Hi everyone, my name is Julie. This is Keep Calm with Books and Coffee, and today I'm going to be going over all the books that I read during the HarperCollins strike that were HarperCollins titles to give you a sum up and review. And I thought that there was a lot. I felt so chaotic during this whole strike, like trying to keep track of what was and what wasn't HarperCollins titles. And I feel like there weren't as many as I thought. Upon filming this, it's the 26th of February, and I like had a list written out, and I thought, oh, this is like so many books. It's not. I feel like I just started avoiding books on my shelves that were by HarperCollins, and I felt like I wanted to read more of them than I did. So I mostly have Avon titles to talk about. So we're gonna jump right into it since, like I said, there's not as many as I thought. Some of the ones that I'm currently reading are HarperCollins, and I'm not gonna include anything in February, which was also more, but since it's the end of February and I'm gonna have a wrap up independent of this, I'm just gonna talk about those titles then. So the first one I have to talk about here is White Hot, and this is also, I guess I will just talk about them all. It was White Hot by Alana Andrews, as well as Wildfire by Alana Andrews and Diamond Flames by Alana Andrews, which is the second, third, and fourth books in the Hidden Legacies series. Well, I guess it's the second and third in the Hidden Legacy, and then the book 3.5, it's a transition novella. I loved these. I had so much fun reading these. I was buddy reading these with a friend, and the two of us were having a blast. So in this series, we're following Nevada. We're basically following the Baylor family as they are investigators that live in a world where magic is hereditary, and the houses are basically wealthy magic workers that work to, their main goal is to continue their legacy of magic users and stay powerful and rich. So Nevada is just a regular person who has some magic. She can sense when people are lying, and she runs an investigative agency with the rest of her family. She gets on a case with someone named Mad Rogan, who is a very, very powerful telekinetic mage, and he and the two of them hit it off but also don't get along. It's kind of like an enemies to lovers type situation. And the first three books in the Hidden Legacy series follow Nevada and Rogan as they kind of work towards their HEA. In the second book here, we are kind of, Nevada and Rogan meet up again. They separated after the first book, and they have to take on another problem. And then in the third book, it's a little more like they are together and working together, which is actually where I think this series hit its stride. As Connor and Nevada became more, as Rogan and Nevada became more stable, I thought this series really improved in quality and plot and everything. Them being adversaries to one another was actually kind of frustrating to me because it wasn't a consistent thing. Overall, the third book, Wildfire, is my favorite in this first trilogy. And then we move on to the novella, Diamond Fire, Diamond Flame. So now that I'm looking, Diamond Fire is the name of the novella. My apologies. And the next two books in that series I will talk about in my February wrap up because I read them in February. But basically, this was a lot of fun. I had a ton of fun with it and really, really enjoyed it. This was the majority of the things that I read that were HarperCollins related during this whole strike process. The other one I read was How the Duke Stole Christmas by Tessa Dare, Sarah McLean, and Sophie Jordan and Joanna Shoup. And this is a novella collection of Christmas romances that all feature a duke of some sort. For me, this was fun. I really enjoyed the first two stories, and then it sort of dropped off for me. I basically enjoyed them most in the order that they appeared in the book. But they were all fun. I did enjoy this. I would recommend it, and it was a nice way to kind of explore a few more authors, but they are very short novellas, all with an HEA, because they are full romance stories, and I just had a good time with them overall. But yeah, and I would recommend this for next winter or whenever you want to read holiday romance, but they feel very Christmassy. And after all of that feeling like it was so out of control. I think it was a total of 4 titles in 3 months that I read from HarperCollins. So that is where I will leave you with this wrap up. I can't believe it was only those 4. So if I find more somehow, which I don't think I will, but I will include them somewhere else, but it just felt like I was reading a ton of them and having to like leave them out of my wrap-ups and my hauls and everything, but I don't think it was that many now. How interesting. Anyway, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see me again, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. If you have any thoughts or feelings about any of these books, I'd love to hear it as well. That's it for me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!